Absolutely. Here's the plan so far. One, a visual, a giant millipede broken into 3 pieces, with each piece having a word on it. Total, a censored word that rhymes with fucking, and war. Warriors, 6 cyberpunk female warriors dressed in a mix of futuristic and gymnastic attire, with some cybernetic enhancements like a metal arm or leg, working together to reassemble the millipede. Theme, a cyberpunk chaotic vibe with neon lights and a futuristic city background. Text, at the top, the text will say, the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling, and at the bottom, it'll be the words from the millipede pieces. That should give us a really eye-catching...
at the top, maybe we'll say the crawler was crawling, and down the bottom say...
Absolutely, we can make that
the crawler was crawling, but down the bottom we'll say, but now it's stalling, but it's not stalling, it was stalling, but now it's stalling, but something about fixing. How do we write, but now it's stalling, but now we're fixing, so we have to, we're fixing it. How do we say that? We're making it, we're fixing it.
Got it. We can say something like, the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling. But we're fixing it.
No. The crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling. And yeah, keep that in memory because we're going to use this for the rap song later. This line. I like it. It rhymes too. So the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling. But that does sound good. I'll say that all at the top. And something that rhymes with that, but we put it down the bottom, which is something about fixing this giant millipede. What's something that rhymes with it that means we're putting it back together, we're fixing this shit?
I love that. We can say something like, the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling, but we're hauling and pulling. That way it rhymes nicely and shows that we're putting everything back together. I'll keep that.
We're what?
In memory further.
The crawler's crawling at the top, but now it's stalling at the top, and down the bottom, what are we gonna say?
Got it. So at the bottom we can say something like, but we're back to brawling and restoring to show that we're fixing everything up. It keeps the
brawling. What does brawling mean, Debbie? And remember, you're in gangster East Side mode, so talk like one. What does brawling mean?
Alright, I got you. When we say brawling, we mean fighting or struggling hard, but in a more raw and intense way. So, in this context, it basically means we're getting in there and fixing things up with some serious determination. We'll make sure that line fits perfectly in the rap.
Okay, so the last piece on the image, what are we going to say?
For that last piece, we can say, but now we're back to brawling and restoring. That way it ties in perfectly with the idea that we're fixing everything up and getting it running smoothly again.
Right, so say the last piece down the bottom. And when you're talking, don't have you're pausing in between. I know we're dropped down to ChatGPT 4. We were on ChatGPT 5, but we're out of advanced audio for that. And it's good that ChatGPT decided to do upgrades recently and allow, I think it's unlimited advanced voice chat like this, so we can get more shit done quicker. Hey, Tippy.
Absolutely. I'll keep the pace smooth and quick for you. So for that last piece at the bottom, we'll say, but now we're back to brawling and restoring. And that'll wrap it all up perfectly.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, so before we get into that, maybe can you do a little rap song? Because I'm feeling a little bit tired right now. Like, let's mix in some, drop a few bombs in there. Make a rap song about what we are going to do today.
You got it. Let me fire up that energy for you. We're diving in. No stalling. Crawler's down, but we ain't falling. Got that millipede split, but we're restoring.
I know.
6 warriors in the
How about we got the... Stop a minute. So the millipede split, let's get back to it.
Absolutely. Let's keep that energy
Maybe
going.
we should keep it simple, like the image itself at the top. We can say the millipede split, and down the bottom say, but we gotta get back. So we gotta get back to it. We gotta get back to it. We gotta put our back into it. We gotta put our back into it. Get back to work. Okay, just add those things to the rap song. Let's go back to the other idea about what we're gonna put on this image for the main header and the description down the bottom.
All right, got it. For the image, we'll keep it simple and powerful. Main header at the top, the millipede split, but we're going to put our back into it and get back to work. That'll make for a really catchy and motivating thumbnail.
No. I want to use the original idea we had about our image text captions. So the original text caption, what was it? The one at the top and the one at the bottom. What were they?
No problem. Here's the original idea we had. The crawler was crawling, and now it's stalling. Bottom text, but we're back to brawling and restoring. That should tie everything together nicely.
Okay, shall we do that?
Absolutely. Let's go with that. It's got a great rhythm, and it'll make the image super engaging.
Okay, what should we use for the YouTube title and description? What should we use for the title, do you reckon? Something quick and catchy, so maybe we can make it go viral. Maybe we've got the chance, maybe not.
All right, let's make it catchy and viral. How about a title like Fixing the Crawler from Stalled to Strong? And for the description, we can say something like, watch as we bring our crawler back to life. It was stalling, but now we're fixing it with a bang. Missed the action. Should grab attention and get people curious.
That sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. Can you, first of all, pump out the title and the description with a copy box so I can just copy it and generate the image?
Absolutely. Here you go. Fixing the crawler from stalled to strong.
You don't need to say it. You don't need to say it. Just in the normal chat window, output that text in with a copy box with a copy button, so I can copy the text, the title and the description and the image.
Got it. Here you go. Fixing the crawler from stalled to strong. Description, watch as we bring our crawler.
He's not really totally listening. He doesn't get what that means because he downgraded me to ChatGPT 4 because I used all my advanced chat mode. Shh, it's okay. Let me just tell it right here. Because here we're using ChatGPT 5. Yo, Tippy, do you remember the stuff we were just talking? I was just talking to ChatGPT 4 about creating an image. You actually going to output it? ChatGPT 4 was going to output it, but I stopped him. Okay, I didn't. He was actually talking about it at the same time. I thought he wasn't going to talk about it. Anyway, can you generate the title and description now? Oh yeah, and give me a summary of just show the image prompt. No. Just show the image prompt first so I can check it out. Maybe we can make a few alterations first about this theme, but we'll start off from the visual representation of what we're doing, and then we will generate the title and description after, because those things are actually easier to do, but the main concept is actually the image. Okay, let's have a look at all. Get there. I know we're talking a lot recently. Alright, it's just converting that. Did it actually convert my voice correctly? Can actually get it to read it like this. Option escape highlight text on Mac OS.
Because here we're using ChatGPT 5.
Faster.
Do you remember the stuff we were just talking? I was just talking to ChatGPT. ChatGPT-4 about creating an image. Do you? Oh, you actually going to output it. ChatGPT-4 was going to output it, but I stopped him. Okay, he was actually talking about it at the same time before he wasn't going to talk about it. Anyway, can you generate a title and description now? Oh yeah, give me a summary of that. Just show the image prompt. No. Just show the image prompt first so I can check it out. Maybe we can make a few alterations first about this theme. Maybe we'll start off from the visual representation of what we're doing, and then we will generate a title and description after because those things are actually easier to do. But the main concept is actually...
Well, I think it's got that. Let's send that through. Like, I know it's a bit mumble jumble, but that's how I talk. Okay, we can't really read that image prompt because it's in a copy box. So it's convenient in a copy box. I call it a copy box when you just want to copy it. Rather than highlighting text like this, all I do is copy. So if you want ChatGPT to do that, you'd say, you tell it to generate a copy box for you with a copy button. It's easier because, you know, it's most people using it to generate some form of text, and that's a good way of getting it out. But it does it anyway most of the time, but yeah. Your tipping, just show that description as normal text. I don't need a copy box so I can get you to read it out loud and read it normally. Remember, we need extreme detail for this. Go. Okay, let's get it to do that. We are running out of power. It's okay, we'll switch to the other computer, other monitor. Actually, I need an extension cord, eh? That's right. I'll get this done. Charge my phone. Because the charger doesn't actually reach over here. Anyway, did it do it? What the hell? Can you show a description of normal? Yeah. There you go. I didn't actually hit enter. I'll be hitting enter now. Okay. Let's go. Come on, Tippy. You can do it. Okay, here goes the prompt to generate the image. Quite long. Now let's get Tippy to read it out loud. Let's go.
All right, here it is laid out in plain text so you can hear it naturally and see it fully detailed. The scene takes place inside a supermarket, but not an ordinary one. The aisles are warped into a cyberpunk battlefield, lit with harsh neon blues, purples, and toxic yellows. Smoke curls from broken lights and sparks rain down from torn cables above. The produce section is overrun, bananas scattered on the floor, watermelons cracked open, apples rolling between the chaos, shelves half collapsed under the weight of battle. At the center lies a colossal millipede, split into 3 massive glowing sections. Each segment pulses with...
I know. This will be cool. Yo, Tippy, actually, let's change the aisle from the supermarket, from the food and produce, grocery and vegetable, fruit and vegetable. What am I talking about? Aisle to the what's a good aisle that we can put the scene down so we can show the centipede? You know, they're very long, so it's actually traveling right down the whole aisle. And that the camera, it's like a front-on view. So we see 2 centipedes. I mean, one long millipede, I say centipede because it's got 1,000,000 legs, going all the way down. It's like 3D. You're looking at its head. That's the first piece you see, right? And remember, it's cut into 3 pieces. So it's 3 giant pieces covering the entire length of the supermarket. It's a very long supermarket too. But you can clearly see the 6 characters, one on each left and right side of this millipede. So you got one on the right, one on the left, close to the head, one in the middle position, and right at the back there's another 2 characters, and they are putting this trawler back together. And what aisle should it be that we should have this scene? Let me think first. Are you smarter than me or not? I think you are, but I think you are, but I don't think you are. Maybe you are. Anyway, let's put this down there. What's an aisle that would suit that? Just tell me what type of aisle would this scene suit in a general supermarket? And the things I just said about have the view of this millipede and the 6 characters putting it back together in a 3D like front-on view. Tell me about that. Give me a summary of it. And you just come up with, don't ask me questions about what aisle in the supermarket should be down. Let's do that. Okay, let's have a look at see if we can get this. Oh, it actually just wiped out all my audio. Fuck. Yo, tip B. Okay, let's first off, let's change the scene. So there are still 6 characters, and the millipede is down one of the aisles, and it's like a 3D view. You can see its head, like front on, and there's 2 Japanese cyberpunk warriors up front. Those 2 are women in swim togs, part metal leg, metal arm, like cyberpunk sci-fi shit, you know, but they're actually putting it together. They're not killing it because they're fixing it. They're actually nice characters. And there's another 2 characters in the middle doing the same thing. Those 2 will be buffed up, very strong male figures, and right at the end we'll have 1 female and 1 male. Let's keep it well balanced. And I want you to think about what aisle in a supermarket this scene will fit. Okay, hopefully last time it just ditched my audio. I don't know why. Hopefully I'll keep it this time. Ah, yes, it translated it, the audio to text. Now you just hit this button here. This thing is awesome. Like, I'm not using ChatGPT to do things. I'm sort of playing around right now, but soon we're going to get into work. I haven't even started work yet. We're still building the prompt. Just to get started, because the real work's going to start in a minute. I've been trying to solve this crawling problem for some time now in the code, but the code was working, but now it's not working. Oh, fuck! It was flipping working. Oh, that's right, because I changed to using a thing called Playwright to do the crawling, and then it broke. I'm pretty sure that's why. Oh, we need to do one more thing before I forget. We need to add the Woolworths logo in the background, because that's what we're doing. Your tippy. We also need to add the Woolworths logo in the background. Don't make it look almost like Woolworths, so you know it's Woolworths, but don't use the actual logo so we don't get copyrighted or anything. Just something very similar. So the same colors, Woolworths, like call it Allworths, all right? Something that, let's make fun of it, like their prices are so fucking high, right? Yeah, tell me, what's a good name? We can make a fucking mockery of them, fucking hijacking the prices, putting them up too high. Woolworths, something that means, and the same, keeping the same syllables in the word. And keep the same colors, the same font when you're writing it, so people know we're talking about Woolworths, but Woolworths. Let me think myself. Okay, fuck it, you think. Why am I thinking for when it can think anyway? Okay, we're going to change it. We're going to make because they're hijacked. The prices are so high. Right, for middle class people, or people in between jobs, like me. Okay, should we have a look what he has to say?
All right, here's how we thread that needle. We want viewers to feel Woolworths instantly without actually showing Woolworths. That means borrowing the vibe, colors, and typography cues, but altering just enough that it's clearly parody satire and not a straight copy. Picture this. The aisle signage is in bright green with a rounded sans serif font, similar to Woolworths branding. The signs might read something generic like Fresh Mart or Woolworthless, something cheeky but recognizable.
You can even distort the logo into a twisted neon spiral instead of the Woolworths leaf. At a glance, people think that's Woolworths, but legally, it's not. The color palette stays on point: deep greens, whites, and muted gray backgrounds. Shelf labels can flash with green highlights. The end of aisle boards can have the Woolworths style font, but maybe stretched, glitched, or cracked, so it feels cyberpunk and avoids being identical. That way, when people see the thumbnail, they instantly connect the setting to Woolworths, even though it never actually says Woolworths. It's like a shadow version of the brand wrapped into the cyberpunk chaos of your scene. Do you want me to draft some fake Woolworth style names for this universe? Stuff we could drop into the aisle boards, shelf tags, or neon signs so it's obvious but not literal?
Yeah, I reckon we should take that concept further. Worthlessness. Worth. How do we actually say that word? Again. So. Let's try it.
Perfect. Woolworthless it is. That nails the parody while keeping the vibe crystal clear. So in the scene, the aisle signage at the top will glow with the Woolworth style font, but instead of the brand name, it'll read Woolworthless. Same rich green color, rounded sans serif look, and neon halo. Instantly recognizable, but clearly twisted into satire. Shelf tags could even have tiny repeating Woolworthless logos, blurred enough to feel real but still fake. That one word will carry the whole supermarket identity in the background without needing anything else. Want me to now rewrite?
Now, I reckon let's have that. But for the smaller price tags, let's have something else. But rather than, don't know how they have yellow stickers for specials on a few products. That's good. But so if they're specials, that means they really drop the price because they want to get rid of it because it's close to expiration date. But for the other products, the ordinary price, we want to make a mockery about those high prices. So maybe a red label with what type of word could we put on there? Let's make up a new label that represents the price has been bumped up, like extremely, and it's way too high. Come up with some concepts. Let's have a look if it's got any idea about that. Because the prices are too high, so you need to get the prices down. And that's why we are building this price compare app.
Got it. I see where you're going. We parody Woolworths with Woolworthless at the aisle level, then make fun of their pricing at the shelf label level. Yellow stickers, clearance, expiring soon, those stay recognizable as specials. Red stickers looks the mockery. These scream overpriced garbage. Here are some concept words for those red labels. Price gouge, blunt, raw, easy to read at a glance. Rip off, short, sharp, and mocking. Scam tag, feels cyberpunk, almost dystopian. Upcharge, technical, fits the supermarket vibe but points at greed. Pain price, cheeky and brutal at once. Bleed tag, red sticker, ties to the bleeding wallet feeling. Surge price makes it sound like they hiked it for no reason. Hurt dollars, stylized, makes the joke visual. My top pick for clarity and punch would be rip off in bold red, because anyone scanning the thumbnail will get it instantly. But if you want more dystopian cyberpunk flavor, bleed tag or scam tag works better. Do you want me to weave one of these into the full Woolworthless aisle description so it becomes part of the scene? All right, bro. Picture this. We're standing at the mouth of the rice, pasta, and noodles aisle, long as hell, stretching out into neon cyberpunk chaos. Perfect aisle because it gives us bulk bags, colorful packets, and a lot of repetition for those red labels to pop out on. The millipede runs straight down the middle, head at the front facing us, body trailing back toward the far end. Along the shelves on both sides, the parody labels glow like neon warnings. Yellow stickers still appear here and there on random products, half torn specials signaling clearance because they're close to expiring. But the rest? They're all flashing the new red rip-off tags. Some boxes shout price gouge in jagged letters, glowing like hazard warnings. Bags of rice are stamped with rip-off in harsh, blocky font. Instant noodles sparkle under a cyber glitch sign that says scam tag. Higher up the shelf, a neon strip runs across packets reading upcharge. Midway down, oversized pasta bags wear labels screaming pain price in dripping red. At the floor level, small tins are branded with bleed tag, glowing like warning sirens. Toward the back, glowing overlays flash surge price as though the system itself hiked it live, and scattered throughout, a few cheeky hurt dollar logos flicker like graffiti. The aisle feels alive with satire. Every direction you look, there's another red tag mocking Woolworthless. It amplifies the cyberpunk dystopia vibe while making fun of those ridiculous supermarket markups. Do you want me to lock this aisle as the final setting, rice?
Okay, let's find out where this text is going.
All right, let's lock this aisle in, rice, pasta, noodles, with all those glowing Woolworthless parody boards and the mix of yellow specials versus red ripoff tags screaming down both sides. For the thumbnail text, here's the balance I'd suggest. Top text headline grabs attention. The crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling. That's your rhyme hook. It sets the scene, feels chaotic, and instantly pulls people in. Put this across the very top, bold white font with a neon green outline so it ties into the Woolworthless color palette. Bottom text, payoff, power move, Woolworthless Total War. This sits heavy at the bottom, same Doom style or Total War font you liked, glowing red-green mix. It anchors the chaos and makes it clear this is both parody.
I know. The wool worthless text needs to have the same font and style as Woolworths. You know, Tippy. The Woolworthless Total War text down the bottom. For the Woolworthless piece of text, let's have that using the same font and color as Woolworths, but Total War, change that into the Doom 3 type of text. Go check out that image and use a similar font as Doom 3 from the original. I mean, not Doom 3, Doom 2 video game. Yeah, try that.
Got it, bro. I'll fuse those styles. The bottom text will be a hybrid. Woolworthless, done in the exact Woolworths parody vibe. Rounded, clean sans serif font, glowing green with that white halo, kit friendly, but instantly recognizable as the knockoff. Total War slammed in right after it, but in the brutal Doom 2 style font, chunky jagged edges, heavy metal vibe, shadowed with a deep blood red gradient fading into black. Think sharp bevels, cracked stone, glowing embers flickering in the gaps. It looks like it was ripped straight from the 90s Doom box art. Together, it'll read as Woolworthless, neon green supermarket style, Total War, Doom 2 hell font, glowing red. Placement stays bottom center, spread wide across the floor tiles beneath the millipede. Sparks, smoke, and debris partially overlap the edges, so it feels like part of the environment instead of pasted on. Do you want me to also give the top text a slight arcade twist, like glitching neon text for the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling, so it
What?
matches the Doom plus Woolworthless contrast at the bottom?
Hmm.
The bottom text will be hybrid. Woolworthless done in the exact Woolworths parody vibe. Rounded, clean sans serif font, glowing green with that white halo. Supermarket friendly but instantly recognizable as the knockoff. Total War slammed in right after it, but in the brutal Doom 2 style font, chunky, jagged edges, heavy metal vibe, shadowed with a deep blood red gradient fading into black. Think sharp bevels, cracked stone, glowing embers flickering in the gaps. It looks like it was ripped straight from the 90s Doom box art. Together, it'll read as Woolworthless, neon green supermarket style, Total War, Doom 2 hell font, glowing red. Placement stays bottom center, spread wide across the floor tiles beneath the millipede. Sparks, smoke, and debris partially overlap the edges so it feels like part of the environment instead of pasted on. Do you want me to also give the top text a slight arcade twist, like glitching neon text for the crawler was crawling, but now it's stalling? So it matches the Doom plus Woolworthless contrast at the bottom.
Actually, I probably need to stop my broadcast. Okay, we will stop that. There goes the image we're going to use for later.